No intro, just 14 pictures and some thoughts about them. This picture is pure mood and feels almost like a snapshot of longing. It feels like 6 a.m., right before the world wakes up, a shadowy hand resting on a bright shirt. The hand feels like it is searching for comfort in the texture of a shirt, like finding an old jacket and just holding it for a minute too long. The darkness surrounding the hand and face suggests a kind of emotional retreat, where you let yourself feel everything without the distraction of daylight. Instead of screaming at you, this picture tries to whisper. The light hitting the collar is the only thing keeping the scene from totally fading away, like a small spark of hope or memory. Here we have same people but different angle. It feels like a pause, a bright, smooth white windowsill and a muted backdrop of the outdoors. The focus is entirely on the body's contact points, the hands and the feet. It's about being here, being now, being silent and present. A peaceful and cozy view to look at. Now, something more intimate. It's a moment of personal contact and self-awareness. Hands and legs form a tight, intimate composition. The hands are gently wrapped around the curve of the legs. The black and white, grainy picture feels almost sculptural. There is a subtle contrast between the firm, strong lines of the legs and the gentle, almost protective placement of the hands. And again, same person, different angle. The harsh, bright light only grazes the edges of the skin, highlighting the texture and creating a powerful silhouette against the darker core. This image might be about a defensive body language and personal space, about the physical manifestation of building an emotional wall, about vulnerability, or a sudden chill, literally or metaphorically. Now let's put those two pictures side by side. When the world feels overwhelming, we instinctively search for grounding, and this might be the visual proof, a personal internal hug. Or is it about something more positively intimate? That's why I like those pictures. They leave us a lot of room for thoughts and discussions. Now let's move to portraits. The reflection on the glass is a brilliant, blinding white, and it creates a balanced negative space with the shadow on the neck. The most dynamic element is the glasses. They do not just correct vision, they become a literal barrier between the subject's inner world and the viewer. The bright, mirrored reflection blocks our access to his eyes, which are traditionally the windows of the soul. This might suggest a powerful psychological defense, a refusal to be fully vulnerable. He is looking out, but the light prevents us from looking in. His posture is heavy, suggesting the weight of experience and the quiet burden of simply existing. It might be important to mention that this man is effectively blind. His left eye is completely useless, and the right one has only 10% left in it. Let's take a look at something same but different. The low angle elevates the subject, positioning him almost like a heroic archetype looking down on the mundane. Dark sunglasses, a strong mustache, and layers of textured clothes. The bright, blank sky serves as a good, featureless backdrop. The large, dark sunglasses are the defining element here. Unlike the previous image, where glasses reflected light and blocked the view, these absorb it. Sort of cool indifference, a deliberate choice to withhold emotional access while denying intimacy. Just in case, not blind at all. Next up, we have the combined scene, a spontaneous performance that feels almost dreamlike. There are three key players. Let's take a look at them. The hooded man, draped in dark flowing raincoat, performing in full flight. The sunglasses here are less about cool and more about the anonymity of the performer. The smiling woman is all about warmth and connection. The last one, dressed entirely in white and a faintly disturbing rabbit mask, is the most potent figure in those pictures, always positioned slightly behind, watching and waiting. Completely accidental shots, by the way. Maybe that's why I like them so much. Hair is swept across her face by cold winter wind. Arms are crossed in a gesture that is part self-hug, part armor. She is an individual figure dwarfed by the endless dark street, yet she maintains her dignity. She isn't shrinking from the storm, she's feeling it completely. This is a vulnerability turned into power. Let the world hit me, I will meet it from within. The composition here is all about the contrasting textures and negative space. The smooth planes of the wall, the darkness of his clothing, and the intense light from the above. The subject is perfectly centered and comfortable within his geometry. His expression is direct and serious. This is the look of someone who is fully present and aware of the moment. The illumination feels almost like a spotlight from a higher plane. And now let's add a little bit of spice. Tattoos. A visual diary or a chosen philosophy etched into the skin. His eyes meet the camera with a vulnerable intensity. He is fully present and exposed. An individual who has accepted their chosen identity and stands fearlessly in it. The most fascinating element is the hand entering the frame from the top left. It's not threatening or aggressive. It just wants to help. He might be the artist of his self, but the helping hand is the final brushstroke. The blindingly white bob wig is the central defining feature here. Its precise graphic lines and synthetic texture create an immediate visual contrast against the natural skin tones. Swirling neck tattoo balances the hair, a fluid mark that spills across the skin. The eyes are closed, cast slightly down and forward. This picture is about being rather than performing, at least for me. If you have any other opinion, let me know in the comments. I am not a fan of bokeh, but take a look at this. A celestial, almost infinite backdrop of glowing circles. The feeling of being overwhelmed by something vast and magnificent. The lights are abstract, endless. They don't represent any single graspable object, but a vast, shimmering abstraction. And it's also my wife that makes it infinitely more beautiful. A dominant black leather jacket and a soft, light pink shirt. 2 melting ice cream cones and chic sunglasses. She has everything she wants and she takes it. 2 ice creams are better than 1. The vibrant pink backdrop is vivid and feminine all at once. A simple street corner turned into a personal stage. Minimalistic space, a focused, sharp beam of light hitting the wall behind her, an unexpected spotlight. Her sideways glance and bright smile break the fourth wall of the formal setting. Her joy is primary subject, making the backdrop secondary. The rigid geometric walls and strong lines contrast with her vibrant, spontaneous emotions. True happiness is found when the human spirit can express itself, even if confined by the rigid and mundane. Where do you find your happiness? How do you express yourself? Leave a comment, let's have a chat.